today, we're literally, let me clear all this. Hop on this. Very good. So I'm just gonna start off with this, right? My chart looks different because I took away the red and green. That's usually like this is usually how my chart looks like. I took away red and green because of psychological effects. Everyone knows red means down, green means up. But for this, blue means down, white means up. It's kind of the opposite. I'm recording two videos today because I missed one yesterday. Yesterday I was out the whole day. I was way too busy. UFC fight and everything. All right. We're literally just gonna be going over inverse fair value gaps, and displacement. Displacement, I'll start off with this one. This one's the easiest. What is a displacement? Displacement is when a large amounts of order get made at a certain area, which causes a sort of market structure shift. This is a perfect example right here on the 5 minute time frame. Boom. This single candlestick right here is a sign of displacement. When markets go boop up, that's it. And it's just this also creates an imbalance. Displacements, imbalances, and fair value gaps. They're all gonna be one thing. A fair value gap is when, let's say we have two candlesticks like this, right? One at the bottom, one in the middle, and one in the top. This is a fair value gap right here. Let's say we have one small wick up here, right? And no bottom wick down here. But we have one huge wick up here. We have another small wick up here. Fuck, that's not small. A fair value gap is this right here. From the bottom of this wick to the top of this wick. I mean, the bottom of this candle to the top of this wick. The bottom is where price closed, and the top is where price was. No, the bottom is where price opened, top is where price closed. I need to fix this up. Change it to what? Yellow. Fuck. Right here. This is the fair value gap. Right? We can see fair value gap. That's fair value gap thing about. But an important thing is when the top wick of this, the price where price was, is bigger than when the price of this was. So let's say there's two wicks. You can see how this wick is larger. This is a fair value gap. That's what everyone misses out. Now, what a lot of people think, right? When this wick is bigger, this does not become a fair value gap. This rather becomes a breakaway. This becomes a breakaway gap right here. They both correlate, and a breakaway gap is essentially more powerful than a fair value gap. But yeah, they both correlate. So what do we see right here? We see price, just huge displacement, shoots up, imbalance. Imbalance is where, again, a bunch of orders were filled, causing price to react. From the bottom wick to here, to the top of this wick to the bottom of that wick. We can outline it. I don't know if I'm getting it right. Yeah, just a few ticks off. That doesn't matter. This becomes a fair value gap. We can see price then uses this as a support line. Does price ever end up coming back here? When was this? No. So yeah, we can see this was very strong. And again, you'll see me saying fair value gaps and breakaway gaps. I'll just correlate them for the same thing because they're both large amounts of movement where price just shoots up. And you can see, I don't know, I'm holding my breath. You can see how price literally comes down, taps back into the fair value gap, just whoosh, shoots up, right? It shouldn't be this hard to understand. Sometimes you guys are kind of morons. And essentially, you can see some breakaway gaps. Like, for example, this is why patience is important. You should wait for a positive retest or something. Make sure price maybe taps out once or twice because you see it tapped in one, two, three, then shot up. Price, we're going to use this as an example. This little breakaway gap right here. What the fuck happened? The price came in, shot through it, went up. Some people may have entered off this, but then came out, stopped them. For example, this one here as well. You should always be able to wait and set up more confluences with the fair value gap to make sure it's valid. You can see price comes up, boom, consolidates, shoots it down, stops everyone. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys the difference between we're going over fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, and displacements. It shouldn't be long. Mind you, I'm literally recording from my laptop. My brother was on my setup. He had to do his work. So, holy fuck. 10:05. Yeah, never mind. This is definitely during news. Holy fuck. This is just huge. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what an inverse fair value gap is. This is a perfect example. Boom. Let me go on the 1 hour time frame so it looks more powerful. Right here. So you guys see how price shoots up. Right here's a fair value gap, right? But oh, what do we see? We're in an uptrend. We have lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low with higher highs, higher high, higher high, right? Blah, 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 blah. However, we see a lower high and then another lower high. What does this tell us? Market structure shifts. What do we get right around here? We get an inverse fair value gap. Now, this tells us that price shot up in one direction, very strong, but however, when it shoots down in the opposite direction, that means it's stronger. Strength is more, right? But it didn't hold on for too long. And again, we see how price comes down, taps in, goes back down to previous sell side liquidity. That's basically it. Yeah. For value gaps, inverse for value gaps. Inverse for value gaps are stronger. And let me tell you guys one of my key one of my key strategies that I used to do. Yeah, perfect, right here. What do we see right here? Sell side liquidity and market consolidates. Consolidates is moving sideways. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'll just say accumulates. Market accumulates, both of them mean the same thing. They're moving sideways. Market accumulates, comes down, taps into the sell side liquidity. What does this tell us? It's a liquidity sweep, right? Now, when we get that, what else do we get? We get equal highs. So we get market change of character. This font is large as fuck. Character. Excuse me. And I don't even think I spelled that right. Change of character, right? So where would I place my fair value gaps? Maybe right around here. We see price comes in, taps, and boom, shoots back up. So change of character, liquidity sweep, and IFVG. A lot of people will use this, but it was great for me when I was starting out, right? We see price comes down, taps in, boom, shoots back up. That used to be one of my key confluences. And again, right here, we get another change of character, had a fair value gap get made right here. However, market shoots through it, becomes an inverse fair value gap. Didn't work too well. Pair liquid. Yeah, again, you're not going to win every trade. Plus, if anything, that seemed like the power of three. We're going to get into that later in Bootcamp 2.0. Maybe my course. But no, right here, you see a legitimate fair value gap get made. And then right here, you see a legitimate inverse fair value gap get made where price not only taps into it once, one, two, three, had to change the character, but then boom, just shot straight back down. Like I said, you're not always going to win every trade. Could have had to take profit. Like as it was tapping back in, you could have had to take profit. Wait, what? That's actually crazy. You can see, what was this? Oh yeah, it's we change. Market literally closed right here, but then opened right there. That's crazy. Could have targeted previous areas of liquidity right there, right there, right there. Would have hit all three take profits. So I have VGs, FVGs, and then those are going to help you out a lot. It's going to help you find out where displacements are because price. Let me try to do this again. Right, huge for value gap. Mind you, I'm no smarter than you guys. So if I was able to comprehend all this, you guys can too, right? This should be undoubtedly one of the most easiest market. Finding out the market is incredibly easy. It's just the psychology that fucks you over. I'm no disciplined than you guys, right? I'm eating Taco Bell right now. I'm eating Taco Bell. I'm showing you guys how to do this. I'm no different than you guys. If I could do it, what is genuinely stopping you from you doing it? Back to what I was saying, we can see fair value gap gets made right here. Market shoots up, blah, blah, blah. These sticks are horrible. Comes back down. This is what we call filling in the imbalance, right? Imbalance gets made right here. Market comes up, fills it in again, and it shoots back up. How do I turn this off? Okay, we're good. Like, I need to find a proper example. I guess you could say right here. No, guess you could say right here. Like, what the hell? 10. Yeah, definitely news. Let me hop in the 4 hour. It was even bigger. Hello? Hello? There we are. We just lost it. Whatever. I'll show you guys an example of this, right? Fair value gap gets made right here, and right here we have an inverse fair value gap. We have a liquidity sweep, which happened right here. Market has a change of character, shoots up, and then you wait until price taps back, fills in the imbalance, shoots up even higher. Again, one thing you shouldn't be doing is once the change of character happens, a lot of people would enter right here, and then they put their stop loss. It'd be a lot easier if I showed you. They have fear of missing out. Stop loss would maybe get put at the bottom of this tick, right, of this candlestick, and then they'd have it to previous areas of liquidity, which is solid, but you see they get stopped out. Wait until price comes back down, hits your limit order or whatnot, fills in the imbalance, could have had a proper for targeting, yeah, right here. Basically a three risk to reward ratio, right? It could have been that easy. But no, a lot of people are just incredibly impatient. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Again, it's gonna help you out a lot. I'll just say get out there, look at the market, change character, liquidity sweep, inverse for value gap. That's free game. Everyone should be knowing that, right? Because that's one of the most easiest strategies out there. And kick some ass. Yep.